Hey guys, Dave here. I don't want to talk about this too long because I feel like since this has been going around for so long, we've beat this conversation to death. But sexism in the Star Wars community, let's quickly address it. So, as many of you may know, Disney in 2017 started making the sequel trilogy, featuring Rey and Finn, Poe, BB-8, all of your, well, no one's favourites. Um, I'm pretty sure that they're unloved in every way, but we'll ignore that part. I had a technical issue during my recording, so I quickly fixed it so I didn't fuck this. Anyway, there has been this conspiracy on the internet for a few years, basically since episode 8 came out, the second of the sequel trilogy. There's been this conspiracy that everyone hates the sequels because the main character is a woman. Yeah, I don't think we actually need to respond to this, but I am going to respond to this anyway. The Star Wars community is definitely not against women. Everyone loves Ahsoka, everyone loves Padme, everyone loves Leia, everyone loves... Uh, who else was beloved fucking Star Wars characters? I don't even have a fucking Star Wars book here I can use to fucking help me work it out. Shark T, Ayla Secura, uh, there's probably so many more which I'm not even thinking of right now. Even Barriss Offee had some followers. The point I'm trying to say is that the Star Wars community has no problem with female lead characters. Hell, the Ahsoka show absolutely blew up on Disney+. The clips of it on YouTube do incredible. It does as well as basically The Mandalorian did, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Ahsoka show did get another series at least. Hell, fucking Omega from Bad Batch. No one is against female lead characters in Star Wars. The reason why everyone hates the sequels is because it basically took everything that George Lucas wrote and went, ripped it up, threw it over their shoulders and went, you know what we should do? We should appropriate for money. Half of the stuff in the sequels was just rewriting stuff from the rest of basically the entire franchise, which people liked and basically ruined it. It brought back a lot of old characters just to kill them off, and half of it was just based around this Disney problem, which I haven't discussed yet, but I want to in future, and it's their inability to decide if you're dead or alive in their franchise. Yeah, the first example that comes to my mind is Darth Maul in the Clone Wars. They killed him off more times than fucking Jean Grey at this point. And yet he keeps coming back. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if he came back after his Rebels death. 5 years down the line, they're gonna bring him back, and the sequel trilogy is just a pair of organs and eyeballs in a glass cabinet, and be like, oh, it's Darth Maul. His body rotted away, but his few remains were thrown into a glass jar, shaken up and thrown in a box, and the magic of Dathomir has kept him alive, and some absolute rubbish. And it honestly wouldn't surprise me, because Disney has this terrible thing with killing people for an emotional taunt and then revealing they're fine. You might remember with episode 9 they did it with Chewbacca. They put him into one of those ships after he's captured by the Imperials. Rey blows one of the ships up in the sky and she screams as she thinks that she's just killed Chewie, and then they reveal that there's two ships and Chewie's in the other one. Or there's that time where Rey's gonna die and Kylo saves her life, and then vice versa later at the end of episode 9. It's really strange. No, it was the other way around, wasn't it? Or did Rey save Kylo twice? I can't even keep up at this point. That's how ridiculous this is. I think Rey saves Kylo, and then Kylo saves Rey, because they both inherited this force healing ability, which would have been perfect in the prequels. Would have been amazing in the sequels. Hell, grow back a whole? How far does that go? Can you grow back a whole limb? If so, I'm sure Luke would have loved to do that after fighting Darth Vader. He just goes, oh, my hand's cut off, wait a minute, I have force healing. It's incredible. Hell, General Grievous would have loved the shit out of that. Who needs a giant robot body when you can just control Z all of the damage which the world has done to you? The point I'm trying to say is that the sequels was full of really dumb ideas and really dumb concepts. And combine that with basically messing up everything which was already written about the franchise, and you get this horrible mess of a trilogy which very few people like. I want to say no one does, but there is some part of the community in Star Wars which does actually like these. I mean, no shame, you like your own things, but I don't understand it, and I'm sure I never will, but there you go, that's something which I wanted to talk about. There's recently been an article come out which is saying that the Star Wars community is sexist because they don't like the sequels. Firstly, there is people who like the sequels. Secondly, we're not sexist because we clearly like female heroes in the Star Wars universe, and we've proven that plenty enough times, especially with the Clone Wars. I feel like is our biggest example for that. There was a video about this by Star Wars Theory, who, if you don't remember who they are, they did the Vader episodes. I think they did Vader episode 1 and Vader episode 2, and this was basically so good that Disney gave them a cease and desist, so they're those guys. I don't know if episode 2 came out actually. I think episode 2 was in production when they got the cease and desist. I think they did Vader episode 1. But they've just made a video talking about this article, disproving all of it. I think it's pretty good, so I'm going to link it in the description, and yeah. People are stupid.